You're welcome to our podcast, One Vote. It's 39 days to the presidential and national assembly elections, held in 25th of February 2023. This begins another change in governance in Nigeria. In the build-up to the elections, INEC announced Nigerians could collect their PVCs as of last year, 12th of December, and to end January 22nd, 2023. I collected mine at my local government headquarters. But have you collected yours? We hear that reports say over 6 million PVCs are yet to be collected across the state, meaning 6 million votes will not be added to the much needed votes for any candidate vying for any office. And now you know that this is a serious matter, and this is where you and I have a role to play. You can Google INEC, look for your LG ward, local government ward, or where you registered. Check with officials at your ward to know where your card should be. That way, you can locate where your card is and pick your PVC. So some of you ask, why should I have my PVC? Your PVC is your vote to vote for someone and to be voted for. Don't forget that voting is the way your voice can be heard. Voting for government will also benefit you and your family. You and I ensure issues that affect our community is made top priority for elected leaders. You can push for the accountability of any elected official because it's your right to do so when you vote. To elect an official who can create and sustain structures at all levels of governance. Don't forget, just because you're electing the president and who will represent you at the House of Assembly does not mean other structures of government or governance are left out. So, what happens when you don't vote? Like Michelle Obama says, you're giving somebody else your power. Somebody else gets to determine how your country runs, and not the same way you might want yours to run. There are areas that will be greatly impacted in our lives if you and I don't determine who the next leader will be. Take a look at security, for instance. For every state, security votes are earmarked for security matters. So if you and I don't vote, how are we going to ensure your leader is accountable to ensure security for you and your loved ones? The economy is facing a global economic shaking. Your choice of leader will determine crucial economic decisions, which of course will impact everything from rice to your favorite meal, gari jebu. It will even affect the exchange rates. Economic policies determine how naira to dollar exchange further impact business life, from manufacturing to importations. Now you see why you should vote? But a quick one. Before we go, let's talk about this. INEC data says 28.6 million people voted in the 2019 re-election of President Major General Muhammadu Buhari, out of 82.3 million registered voters. In Lagos State, for instance, less than 2 million people voted in a state that had 6 million registered voters. The present governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu of the APC, scored 739,445 votes to defeat Jimmy Agbaje of PDP, who garnered 206,141 votes. Now you see where your vote can play a real winner for your next candidate. Elections are decided by the people who have PVCs and go out to vote. Just one vote can change the course of this election, and that vote is yours. Go to your ward, collect your PVC. And that's it for One Vote podcast. See you next week. My name is Bukola Ajiboye.